Everyone good?
Everyone?
Yep.
Ryan, congratulations, another victory here. I can see by the smile on your face. What is it about Alexandra Palace that brings the best out in you?
I don't know really. If you were to tell me that my average was sort of 92, 93, I'd have believed you. Didn't really feel overly great, which may mean that I feel I got a lot more in the tank, so that's a good thing. So I'm looking forward to a game with Gary Anderson on.
Best average of the tournament so far.
That's nice. I'm not overly fussed about averages, it's all about winning, so yeah, over the moon.
Do you feel having played on that stage once already really helped you, because your performance from your first game to this game was staggering? You've gone from 87 to 101.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the seeds have it hard really, because they're coming up against someone that's already had a game on the stage, so they've got that experience and what it feels like. Even though they're higher in the rankings, so they should be used to that already. But I think it's definitely an advantage to have already played.
You're a little bit frustrated with yourself, as in we haven't seen that manner of performance all season from you, and all of a sudden it gets unlocked. Is that frustrating for yourself?
Yeah, it's frustrating because I feel like I can do that every time. That didn't feel like I was playing overly well really. So to say that I've got 101 average is great, but it didn't feel like a great performance. It just felt like a solid performance really.
Power scorer, like you said, 14 180s in the tournament so far. Sometimes you think your scoring power gets overlooked?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, next game I'm going up against Gary Anderson, who's one of the top power scorers, so we'll see how that matches up against him.
Is it maybe a good time to play Gary Anderson though? There's some frailties there where he hasn't played all year.
Yeah, maybe. At the moment you don't really know what you're going to get against when you play Gary, because I've seen him play Danny Knott putting the average 71. And then you see him play Willie O'Connor at the Grand Slam, who's averaged 106, so you don't really know what you're going to get, so hopefully when he plays me it's the lower one.
Is there any fear playing these top seeds where you haven't produced maybe your best darts against them in the past?
No, not really. I mean, I've beaten a lot of the top seeds, played half decent against them, so I know I just got to get there and play my own game. That's that's the main thing going forward.
If you can get past Gary, that really opens up for you, doesn't it, in that little quarter, and then potentially MVZ on the horizon looking past it. If you're going to do well there, it's going to be the hard way, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not going to look past the Gary Anderson game. That's a huge game for me. Like I said in my interview earlier, Gary was one of my favourite players before I even started playing properly, so that's a huge game for me. I've just got to focus on my own game and hopefully get the win.
You're saying he's one of your favourites. Is that hard sometimes, play your sporting idol hero sometimes up there?
It was to start with. When I first joined the PDC, I think I played in my first weekend and he hammered me 6-0. He didn't miss nothing. And then I played him in the semi-final of a UK Open qualifier. Just after I beat Chiz, he played really well, then he hammered me 6-1 in that. So I've got one over on him, but he didn't play overly well in that game. So and last time I played him, he had 110 average, and he was missing doubles as well. So I'm just looking forward to the game. Nothing to lose. I'm the underdog, so just looking forward to it.
What's the preparation going to be between now and Monday?
It's probably the same. Well, I'm going to be staying here now. I won't be going home. So I might just even have a day off tomorrow. Take my little boy. Maybe just go have a look around London or something, and just chill out, ready for the next game.
You talked about last time that you put the hours in the practice board and it was really starting to show. Are you a little bit frustrated that you maybe neglected that practice where you're thinking where you could have been if you put that in all year?
Yeah, I am and I'm not. It's just one of those things. I can't change that now, so I've just got to do what I know I can do. That performance there just proves what I can do. I've been saying it, but I haven't been backing it up. So that just proves what I know I can do.
My pleasure, thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Nice to see you. Cheers.
Ryan, it was mentioned in the first round it was an 89 average, but I think you hit 9 180s and you had that one centre checkout. If you can find the middle ground between that and the consistency today, you've got a quality performance.
Yeah, that's what I know I can do. I don't know what my checkout percentage was today. Must have been half decent. I think the very first leg I missed 5 darts at double in the first leg. I was thinking, oh God, don't start this again. But I think after that it was fairly solid. Just looking forward to the Gary Anderson game now.
Is it a case of the further you go in this tournament, there's maybe less expectation on yourself from fans?
Yeah, to be fair, I like being the underdog really. I like trying to prove people wrong that I'm the underdog. They think I'm going to win, and I like to try and prove that wrong. Whereas the first round, my friends were telling me the odds. I was like 1 to 5 on, and that's everyone's expecting me to win easy. So yeah, I've got nothing to lose, and I'm just looking forward to it.
Cheers, Ryan.
Cheers, mate.
What's your son's name?
Sorry,
Connor. Is that with 2 N's or?
2 ends, yeah. 2 ends everyone.
So you're playing Gary, obviously, and you've got to try and keep all these memories of watching him grow up. So, what are your first memories of Gary Anderson?
Before I even started playing properly, I used to watch his game against Phil Taylor in the World Darts Trophy, where he beat Phil Taylor, and I think that was before even Gary was in the PDC. So that's probably my main memory of Gary.
You get on well with